and you coming here, you supposed to be the homie. What are you doing?
Fun, that's
That
it.
ain't fun, bro.
It's not.
No, that ain't fun. Ain't nothing fun about that. Ain't nothing fun about hurting your nigga.
No, see, but that's what I'm just saying. That's the difference between y'all and us. The different. Come on. Yeah. So listen.
They really fucked up. They really fucked up.
I'm gonna show you the difference, nigga. That's why we get paid to what we get paid, nigga. Cause we don't play.
Okay.
We don't play boxing, nigga. They playing, nigga.
Facts.
They playing, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga?
OG, let's check this out. Let's do it this way. What I'm saying is, y'all got the
serious gang. When we got cuts and shit in our face, nigga, we kicked up.
Yeah, we chilling.
Iced up, nigga. Nigga, this shit serious. Take this shit serious.
It's serious.
Take it serious then, bro. You supposed to be somewhere iced up, nigga. Getting fixed up, gang.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Don Keep It On Charles. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to keep saying it, bro. Adrian Broner, he a real one, bro. And shout out to Bobby Green and his win against Terrence McKinney. Even though he tried to tell bro, like, look, it ain't that many of us black fighters in the UFC. You know, we gotta look out for each other on some respectful shit. You know what I'm saying? We got other nationalities we can compete with in the sport of mixed martial arts or competitive prize fighting or whatever you want to call it. But I think, and shout out to Bobby Green. This ain't no hate towards him, but Bobby Green, man, he has to take heed to it. I know he's a badass G. I know he loves to fight. He loves to throw hands. But at the same time, I feel like as a big brother, I think AB, as a little big brother, I think AB trying to tell bro, like, look, this is why we get paid the way we get paid. Y'all get paid the way y'all get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, ain't nothing fun about hurting your own niggas in the sport to make money, bro. You know, and you can see on his face, he's got like bruises and scars from his last fight. If you look at the fight between Bobby Green and Terrence McKinney, you know, yeah, although Bobby Green took home a big check and he won, but if you look at his face during the fight, he had two fucking swollen apples on his face, and he had a Rocky Balboa cut. Remember that one scene where was it Paulie or one of his trainers? I forgot the old man. He told him to cut his eyelid. I think it was the black dude. He told the black dude when Rocky told the black dude, "I can't see. Cut my eye. Cut my eye." He took the razor blade and cut. That's what his shit looked like. I think a week or two ago. I honestly, and that's what I'm saying. You know, shout out to AB because that shit is not fun, bro. You gotta take that shit really, really serious. Especially me coming from, yes, I used to box and wrestle, but I'm currently in mixed martial arts. Well, not right now because I'm getting myself together to get back into training. But I've been in a position where, you know, coach would be like, okay, just don't go hard with him because he's got concussion and he had a fight already. But meanwhile, into training, meanwhile into the sport or in training sparring, the dude throws a knee. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is you throwing a knee, bro? And thankfully, you know what I'm saying, I got a big ass head and a strong nose and the bone structures and stuff. But you know, there's that's why I take so much time off MMA. Even though I'm not a professional, I only had one amateur fight in 2018, knocked the guy out in six seconds. You know, and like I said, when I got knee like that during training, where I took like some weeks, months off, bro. You know what I'm saying, unintentionally but intentionally. Because my thing is, why are we going hard in sparring as MMA fighters in sparring? Yeah, we're supposed to be the toughest people on the planet, and da 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 da. But why is that we go so hard on each other? You know, in MMA or in sparring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just sparring. And you know, the dude threw a knee and shit, and it's like, why are you throwing a knee, throwing elbows and shit? Like it just don't make any sense. So that's why I be having to like sometimes disappear from training for a while, because you know, taking a knee to a face, bro, a week straight, not just a week straight, but I not for me, I ain't taking a week straight, I ain't taking no knee to the face for like that long. But you know, taking a knee to a face like that, the way I did, bro, I had to take off, bro. I wasn't gonna be trying to sparring people hard, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to AB. AB was like, look, bro, as a brother folk in the sport that we're in, even though we're in two different disciplines, it's the same thing, but one has a bit more other disciplines, and it's in a cage. Um, you shouldn't be in the ring playing around. You know what I'm saying? You should be doing some hitting the bag type shit. Or just like he said, you need to be really in a jacuzzi somewhere, having your ice pack ready, having some cream for your face, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what Bobby Green needs to be doing, not back in the fucking ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not back in the ring, you know. He shouldn't be back in the ring after having the fight that he had. Now, if he would have had no scars and stitches from that last fight from Terrence McKinney, then by God be it, man, go ahead and spar. You know what I'm saying? But you know, shout out to Adrian Broner, bro. He's like a little big brother. You know what I'm saying? He's like a big brother in general too, because he's looking out for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about MMA fighters. You know, we get so big headed. You know, like he said, and I hear what Bobby Green saying, he just want to have fun to spar and shit, but like, it's like, dog, you can't spar, G. You got stitches from your last fight. You had 2 swollen apples on your shit, and you had a Rocky Marciano cut on your face. You know what I'm saying? I love Bobby Green. I love his fighting style, but he got to be careful because a lot of that shit come with head trauma. A lot of that come with CTE. A lot of that can come with seizures. A lot of that can come with a whole bunch of unnecessary mess. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like bro said, like, this is why we get paid the way we get paid. And this is why y'all get paid the way y'all get paid, or how much y'all get paid. You know, so when boxers get hurt like that, they put up for a while till they can recover and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? They're well taken care of, recovered, and everything. That's why I think as MMA fighters, you know what I'm saying, I think it's kind of bullshit. You know, but in MMA, it's like you get like most you might get 2-3 fights out of a year. Um, But there's been times where fighters have had back-to-back 10 fights in a year, bro. Especially in the UFC. Those short notice fights and shit like that, bro. Back-to-back fights, that shit is not fucking healthy, bro. It's not healthy at all. And don't get me wrong, I love UFC and I love mixed martial arts. I love all of it. I love combat, but shit, that's why I haven't really gone pro like that. You know, I should have, and still the discipline is still instilled within me. But as a fighter, experienced fighter, a cage fighter, and a boxer in wrestling, you know, taking injuries, multiple injuries, and swollen ankles, concussions, and stuff. There's times where you just gonna have to take a year or two off, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Sit back, relax. You know, I know a lot of fighters need that bag, especially in the UFC pros, because there's not a lot of money in it. But if you work and train good enough, smart enough, hard enough, you know, you will see the big money fights. You'll see pay-per-view fights. You know, there's a lot. That's the reason why a lot of guys are going to the RAF wrestling, making tons of money, bro. Um, like what's his name? Like Kobe Covington say, you know, he got like 10 wrestling matches and he's getting paid back to back, bro. No injuries, no concussions, none of that. Although things can happen in wrestling, you know, things do happen in wrestling, you know, unfortunately. But fortunately enough, he hasn't gotten hurt and he's getting paid. But you know, I want to say shout out to Adrian Broner and shout out to Bang G. He's just trying to tell him like, look, bro, you just got off a fight. We can clearly see the stitches in your face. You know, and I'd be naive enough to say, oh, I really didn't know that AB knew fighters like that. I didn't know he knew Bobby Green like that. But that's the naive part of me, because you know, like you know, black fighters they're like cross dimensions. They're gonna come across each other's path and look out for each other. You know, if they rock with each other. Um, but yeah, like I said, yeah, it's just bro should not be in the ring training right now. Bro should be put up somewhere, vacationing somewhere, or doing some streams to bring some more income in until he can recover and get more fights and things of that nature. Plus, bro is getting older. He ain't even getting any younger, bro. Especially in combat, the world combat. No matter if you're in boxing or MMA, bro, that shit'll age you, bro. It'll age you out. Promise you, it'll age you out. Just like wrestling, it keep you young, but it'll age your body out as far as that goes. But honestly, bro made a good point Like, you gotta take this shit serious, bro. You shouldn't even be in the ring right now. You done got cracked all in your coconut, you know what I'm saying? You done got face split open. You didn't had all types of stuff happening to you, you know what I'm saying? And AB's just looking out for him. Cause a lot of fighters, you got good coaches that'll tell you like, hey, look, you need to take a month off, you need to take a few months off. Hell, you need to take a couple years off, then get back to it. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for you taking so much damage, you know what I'm saying, and you right back in the ring, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess some fighters are just meatheads, or some fighters just want it that bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Some fighters just do it for fun. But at the same time, if from a fighter to a fighter, just like bro did, just like bro said, it's not fun beating up on your own, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a black fighter. Um, but like I said, it's nah, bro. It's not worth it, bro. Shout out to AB, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bobby Green, two greats, you know what I'm saying? I look up to both of them. But at the same time, AB's got a point, bro. And I see where Bobby Green is saying, like, Bobby Green is tough as nails, bro. He's tough as titanium, bro. Dude's gonna want to fight anywhere and everywhere and get money, bro. I respect that. But thankfully, AB had to put through to his head, like, bro, you need to be in a jacuzzi. You need to be recovering. You need to be getting your face together, let your stitches heal, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because AB is right, bro. He was just spitting facts. I hate to say it, like MMA fighters or combat fighters in general, dude, we get treated like dog shit. You know what I'm saying? And just because you hurt or just because you got a cut on your face and shit like that, sometimes the coaches be like, oh, we gotta get you out there, and it just sucks ass. Like I said, it's been times where I'm just sparring, I'm told not to go so hard on this person. This person might weigh more than me. And this person has had a concussion in his last fight. He's gone through some stuff. But yet, motherfucker just throws a knee out of nowhere. What the fuck, bro? So yeah, that's why sometimes even when I'm training MMA or whatever, or I'm in training camp, or I'm helping other fighters get ready, sometimes I take weeks and months off because if I'm getting hit too hard in the head, bro, and then I go back to training next day and consistently getting hit, bro, you think I'm gonna be able to put a word together by the next 2 months, 3 months? Hell, by the next 5 years? Hell no. Sometimes you gotta take off. Sometimes you just gotta take off, bro. Sometimes you have to give your body a rest. You have to give your brain a rest from all the beating and absorbing all that shock to your brain and stuff. It's not worth it, dog. I'm telling you. That's why I believe in like light sparring, more technical sparring. 85% to the body. I say about 60-20, not even 60. I'd say 80 to 90% to the body and about 20-30 to the head. Like I'd say even less than that to the head. You know what I'm saying? Like you really just want to work on technique. It's not about going hard. It's not about going fast. It's about sharpening your skills, sharpening your work, getting a good workout in, getting your cardio in. It's not really about losing weight, but if you got to drop weight for a fight, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Which is you should already be paired ahead. That's like what I'm trying to do. But you know, like I said, bro, from a fighter to a fighter, from a black man to a black man, to getting money in this sport, in this world. And we're looked at as the lowest of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, bro told him, man, you gotta take this shit. If you're gonna be in it, take this shit serious. You know what I'm saying? You done already got knots and bruises all over your skull and your face and everything. You just got done off winning. Thank God he did. He just got done winning a fight last week or two against Terrence McKinney. So like I said, just because he won, that don't mean them bruises and shocks and all that shit went away, bro. Because you know what? He went back in that ring, and now he's getting punched in the face again. What's gonna happen? He's gonna reopen them stitches. And that's gonna put him out for even more long time, bro. It's gonna stop his bread. So AB was right. You know what I'm saying? You need to take it serious. Go get put up somewhere. Go on vacation. Go to a high end tech place or a high end well-being place that takes care of your body. Go to a facility, you know, where it's like massages and skincare and you know, get, you know what I'm saying, just all that, bro. Especially as a fighter, bro, as an MMA fighter, fighters should be going to places like this where it's, one, it's good on the body, two, it's good for recovery. You know what I'm saying? Go get checked in, get go to those facilities where you, it's not necessarily rehab, but it's places where like vacations where like it's nothing but healing. But and it's expensive. Some places is expensive, but it's like you go to places where it's got jacuzzis, they got body massages. Hell, they got practitioners or people that massages the body, the muscles, and they got stuff where they can help your wound, and it's like no drug FDA shit in it. They got stuff where they can like put cream on your face and they massage. They got places like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should be doing. But instead, you know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him, bro. That's just the trenches in him, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's just the dog in him, bro. He wanna get back in them trenches. And I don't blame him, but like I said, he's not a young man no more, bro. He's a grown ass man. And he gonna wanna fight, make money, bro. I respect that. But at the same time, I'm gonna have to go with AB, bro. Make sure you get some rest, bro. A lot of you fighters out there, bro. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to go hard, especially in you getting older up in the age of fighting, bro. Because there's so many other avenues you can go with that too. You don't just have to fight, but you can still fight, but you can make money around fighting. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you just gotta take precautions in every step that you make, especially putting your mind and body on the line, bro. Because like I said, some fighters are making millions where they can just, for instance, not Adrian Broner, for instance, Conor McGregor, bro tore his ACL or something like that, broke his leg or twisted his leg or whatever. You know, and a video went around of saying, "Oh well, Conor McGregor made this such and such million with under this many minutes." You know what I'm saying? Bro can lay up because he made so much money. I forgot how much it was. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know if it was like 16, 17 million, a little bit more than that. He made that much to where, okay, this I lost the fight because I by decision of an injury, but I'm still gonna have 17 million in my bank account. That's enough for me to sit on for the next however many years, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to take so many years off again, because last time we seen Conor McGregor fight, that was like 2020, 2021, 2022. He just got back in the cage 2026, a month ago, I think, or a couple weeks ago. This nigga gonna have to take another 4 or 5 years off of training, and 20 to 20 something months off years of training, bro. Especially when he tore his leg in 2021 or 2022. The same leg, I think, or a different leg, from not letting his leg here heal properly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Respect to Conor McGregor too, but you grown as hell, but, and I get that you dropped weight for the Max Holloway fight, but you gotta realize you lost all that muscle mass, not a lot, but you lost all that weight and muscle mass, and you think your body's still able to do those jump kicks and shit like that. No, you gotta practice them shits all over again, especially when you coming from a higher weight class and you dropping weight class, bro. Your body's still holding on to that weight no matter how much muscle or fat you're losing, bro. You know, that shit, first off, you too old to be going in there. And first thought was, okay, let me do the shit that I did when I was 23. It may have worked 5, 6, 7 years ago when you were 23 years old, 24 years old. But now he's like almost 30 something. Oh, he's already in his 30s, mid late 30s, whatever. You know, he should have focused more on kickboxing and wrestling defense and whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Max Holloway would have just kept it on his feet anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because he's more of a striker anyway. But, yeah, bro, you know, bro tore his leg, and that big money hit his bank account. So he ain't got to worry about, oh, I got to recover as fast as possible. I got to find a way to get back in the cage fast. He don't got to do that, bro. Bro made like 17 million under like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I think. I could be completely wrong. I forgot. But it's the same thing with what Broner's trying to tell Bobby Green, like, bro, this is why boxers make a lot of money and we make the shit that we make, and y'all do too to a certain extent, but not as much. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not making as much and you're taking all these beatings, and if you're still getting money, you know what I'm saying, win or lose, you still get the money or whatever, you should be healing up regardless, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as boxers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the boxing ring, I've trained and spar. That shit is not easy, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fighters do take off when they got cuts and bruises and stitches. You know, they take off for a good ass long time to recover, bro. You know, so because boxers make good money, they can sit on that money for a little bit and recover and all that stuff. You know, but shout out to Adrian Broner. Like I said, for a lot of you fighters out there, young fighters, mid fighters, old fighters, man, make sure y'all take the time and recover, bro. Make sure y'all let y'all stitches heal. Go to a retreat. Go to a vacation. Go to places where they do whole body healings and skincare healing. Do all that shit to take care of yourself, cause man, this shit will wear and tear on your body, bro. The goal is to hit, not get hit, and make your money. You know, but that's just my take on it. But shout out to Bobby Green at the end of the day, man. He's still strong as an ox, bro. He's still wanting to get back in that ring and everything. So I gotta respect that. But like I said, Rona just looking out for bro. This is your boy Don Keep It Going Charles. Love y'all. And make sure y'all stay safe, stay hydrated, and all that good stuff.